Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the playthrough of our multiplayer game. We are continuing right along into late February of 1942. So, not too much happened last turn, except we did capture Manila finally. And I actually took a peek at this save right before I loaded it, but nothing really happened with my enemies either. Of course, we can spare some help to our ally with carrier warfare. Don't think he'll be building the carriers though. I noticed, yeah, right away off the bat, I noticed that Tokyo is angry with me, and that's because they actually bombed my camp here. That's no good, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that's my only source of fur. Yeah. It's my only source of fur, apparently. So that made Tokyo unhappy with me. So I really need to upgrade my, and not only that, but my force here got bombed a little bit. So I really need to get some more fighter protection over China because this is just not cutting it. Anyways, where we left off, we were wondering where the American fleet is, and I can see even more boats have departed from Pearl Harbor. Additionally, not too much happened, but unfortunately, what did happen is we lost basically all our submarines. They keep finding our submarines, so we got bombed here. We got some interceptions, but no one got shot down. So we just traded some damage back and forth. Lost a submarine here off Pearl Harbor, or Midway, to the south of Pearl Harbor. So we lost 2 submarines, and then we lost another one over here off Sri Lanka. So that's really unfortunate. I guess I'm being a little bit too aggressive with my submarines. I like to keep them for recon, but maybe I'm just being too forward with them. Yeah, I'm just keeping my spy here. Right off the bat, I do like to do my maritime patrol aircrafts, so we can get those. Spot any submarines that may be lingering around. Just doing all that. Don't think we... Yeah, I'll send the destroyers out and submarines in a second for recon. I don't think I need a garrison there. I did move several maritime patrol aircraft to this island, Wake Island, because, well, I'm assuming like the American fleet is somewhere in this vicinity around Midway. Possibly around Wake Island. I don't know. Sure would like to find out. It's funny because like he could have his entire fleet right here, and I don't know. I'm just So what is it? 2 to the north. So I should recon right here. I don't know. It's a wide open ocean, and they could be anywhere. Let's run a few more recon missions, see if we can find the enemy. Yeah, who knows? I guess I should have been more careful with my submarines, and if I do end up building any more, I really need to keep them off the beaten path and kind of just use them for recon very gently. Have another one here. I don't know. I think we have a few more maritime somewhere. Oh yeah, we're gonna land in Guam. Give me a minute, I'll come back to that. Just want to make sure all my recons are done. I need to find the button for moving to the next. I'm pretty sure there's a hotkey that lets me select the next unit of that type. I don't think I have any over here. I might have one in... No, I moved the Iwo Jima one. I guess that's all of them. I guess I moved so many of them to Wake Island. Yeah. And I have this guy as well, which I guess I could send you here. So I don't know where the British... I mean, last I saw, they were in Sri Lanka the previous turn. This turn, they're not here. And I suppose I could do a recon flyover Rangoon. Yeah, they're not here. So I'm guessing they're still healing in Sri Lanka, because I think they did take a little bit of damage. Right, let's move my main fleet. These guys as well, I could have do some reconning. is the fleet? Maybe they're in Midway. Alright, so I did have this one transport. I'll tell you what, I remember I have a paratrooper over here somewhere. Let me go ahead and do what I want to do with him. I'm going to land him over here in Sansapor. So let's fortify this guy. This guy. And I think I made a comment last turn about, oh, why am I dropping off my paratrooper here when I could just offload him here? A good reason to do what I'm doing, drop off the paratrooper here, who can do the airdrop, is the transport is not stuck here after offloading the paratrooper. So he's now freed to be to move wherever. So let me just scout for destroyers just to be safe. Let's move our transport on over here. We're in a paratrooper. Oh, that's right. I need to get a visual of that tile, I think. So nobody's there. Let's do a pair drop mode. Land on this dye plantation, and boom. Whoa! There's a Dutch garrison. He's been marching him across the jungle, so he's actually at like 60% health, it looks like. And I'm strength 24 with combat 4. Yeah. So, I'm not worried about that garrison. I wonder what he's going to do. Just turn around. He's going to die on the way back. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so that's taken care of. I did have another transport here, because I did want to move on this. I did want to capture the island of Borneo rather quickly. Also this city. So tell you what, let's hit this city with all my naval artillery. 83, good. And this is 44, that's just not going to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull in this other infantry. And to make sure we capture this island this turn. So let's move him on over here. And his model just ran over here. And let's capture this city. Alright. So with that, a lot of gunfire. With that, late February of 1942, the Philippines are firmly under Japanese control. That's right. I'm pumping out culture so I can cover that mine, I guess. Whatever. So he's a Marine. My Marines are valuable. I don't know if this city is occupied or if it's empty. I'm going to take a quick gander. It is empty. So we have a guy right here. Why not, you know? I think I would. Yeah, let's try. I'm trying to move as fast as possible. Let's go ahead and secure this island. I'm assuming the British don't have bombers in Darwin that can hit me, because that'd be a random spot to keep a bomber. But yeah, let's take this city. All right. So all these three cities don't really amount. They don't really amount to much. But hey. It's more cities for our empire. And remember, I explained in the first turn how even like a simple one-tile city, one-population city is bringing in so much commerce from trade routes, from domestic trade routes. It's really worth it to just control more cities rather than less. There's no inflation, by the way. So I'm not too worried about city maintenance. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to need to protect this... this Marine. A couple cruisers here. Let's I'm gonna do this because I have a range bombardment. I might as well use it on something. So I'm gonna come over here. Gonna hit this guy. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he dies on the way back, because AI does not know how to deal with 10% damage per turn on a tile. I might move more ships to protect this transport. I'm also not a big fan of the fact that there are no air units protecting over here, but that's okay. We got 11 movement. Can we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I would like. I think I'm just shy of having enough movement to come scout out Madagascar. But I think that's okay. So I'll just have these guys skip their turn. This transport is stuck here, and I need to protect it. Tell you what, let me move the Guam. Let me do the Guam attack. I've been planning that. So we just have one transport with the Marine. Yeah, okay. My transports are so busy. Like, there's like 100 things my transports need to be doing. So it's tough that if they're damaged, I can't really heal them. But right, let's go take Guam. So we're gonna come on over here, and we're gonna bombard it to heck. Oh, that wasn't even enough to hit the unit. We're looking at 71, but of course we have plenty of bombers, or attack planes at least. My zeros got pretty healed. Anyways, let's each one does 1% damage. Okay. Well, we'll do what we gotta do. Actually, nah, let's just hit the unit instead. Yeah, that's a lot more. Instead of doing 1% damage against the defense, we can hit the unit for 15% defense. Or damage. 99. I guess, yeah, we can just do that. Guam has fallen. Alright, so the Philippines are ours. Guam is ours. Let's see. I still do have all these other planes that can't intercept, so I'm going to go ahead and do some reconning. Let me see, can I... Yeah. Let's spy on over here, real quick. Ooh, so Hollandia. What is unoccupied? And there's this random garrison over here. What about this British city? Spec right here. Oh, unoccupied here. And there is one destroyer and a TBD Devastator. That's some kind of plane. Strength 7, not very strong. We do have our one transport here. I would like to be able to take this city because I could also kill that American plane. What are we looking at? So I want to move to the other side of this little archipelago, I guess you would call this. Yeah, 25 ain't gonna cut it. I should have attacked with my planes before I moved them away to Guam. Where's Guam? Well, we have 18 movement. Okay, that's plenty of movement. We can definitely... Well, these guys have a short range. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we could just barely make it. 18 movement, 14 movement. So I guess we'll just move the carriers. This other carrier too, please. Why are you not being selected? Oh, because they're a different kind of carrier. Okay, yeah, so let me hit that. 15 movement, 15 movement. So we just need to make sure we have enough movement to get back over there. Can we hit? Need to go 3 tiles south. We have. I don't know. Is that enough movement? Tell you what. Maybe I'll just use my zeros. I don't want to use my zeros. Yeah, I need to go 1, 2, 3. And that'll give me with 9 movement. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have just enough movement to pull this off. All right. So, yeah, let's hit these guys on their unit. All right, that is plenty of damage. And looking at 90, yeah. Just for fun, let me hit them a little bit more because they got nothing better to do. Is that the max damage? Yeah, that's the max damage, so we can hit the defenses a little bit more. All right. Nice, nice, nice. And we came back with just enough movement. That was incredible. And of course, I want all of my zeros to be on interception mode because I have no idea what the American fleet is. And 6 zeros is good. Alright, we're doing some good island taking this game. Hopefully we scared the British, because I don't think he was preparing for us to be over here. Yeah, so that city's unoccupied, Wibwark. He might be frantically... Yeah, there's 1 Anzac infantry here. And I have 9 movement. I want to kind of get him out of there, because I know how fragile my submarines have been lately. Yeah, we're just trying to find where the Americans are. Keeping the mainland secure. Looking for any submarines coming at us. All right. I think, was there any more attacks I wanted to do this turn? I need to get more zeros here. So one bad thing that happened is they actually bombed this oil well here. That was, I mean, I don't know where their bomber is that did that, but that's smart on their part. I guess, yeah, I was just too far away with my fighters to protect them. This guy, yeah, if I was a little bit closer, maybe I would have been able to intercept them. Okay. So now we have plenty of transports. I guess we don't need to be so involved with amphibious landings. We can kind of have our transports peacefully drop off people here and just march over Banjarmasin and take that, like, by land. Of course, we would have to cross the jungle, which is not optimal. So we have an empty transport here. Of course, we have plenty of people I want to pull off of the Philippines. I just need to get, like... I think I'm going to ferry in... Not ferry in. Airdrop in a garrison from Tokyo. Oh, I still have my paratroopers I want to send somewhere. Yeah, no rush, I guess, for the Manila garrison, but I'll send my paratroopers somewhere. And also I want to get Barris in here. Let's see. So yeah, let's... He's healing, he's healing. The tank is good to go. Let's heal you. Yeah, let's put on the tank onto the transport. And, let's come drop him off here. We can skip your turn. Let me see. 4 transports here. So that's nice. I don't think the Dutch have too much, but I definitely... I mean, like I've mentioned plenty of times, Borneo is such a strategic island to control. I'm going to build culture here for 2 turns. I guess I'll do that for 1 turn. Just so I can get the culture pop over the oil. I need to get a worker over here. Or 2 or 3 workers. So the artillery and the paratrooper can be picked up from here. So let me do just that. And next turn, I guess the Marines can be good to go. Where do I want to send the paratrooper? Well, let me decide that. We're having fun paratrooping over here in the Dutch area. Not an airbase here. I could have figured that. Airbase here? There is an airbase in Rabaul. So if I manage to get a paratrooper over here, you know what? I'm gonna airdrop in a paratrooper from Tokyo to Rabaul. So next turn, we're gonna come and land and take one of these British cities. So we're moving fast. I don't know if we're overexpanding, but I mean, even if we manage to deny the British a city, like if we capture one of their cities, hey. Because of course the British control Australia. I'm sure Australia is busy training units who we're gonna have to deal with. Ooh, almost forgot these guys. And then you can, yeah, do recon. Okay. As for this paratrooper, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have another paratrooper in Rabaul, right? Because he has a paratrooper. His range is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So theoretically, I could like land right here and spend a couple turns walking to take this Dutch city. The question is, like, am I going to be able to get this transport over here unharmed? Which is a big ask. And I don't necessarily know if that's possible. Yeah, no airport in any of these cities, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure... Well, actually, I don't know. Can you use a paratrooper from a vassal city? Because I could... That would be fun if I could just paradrop from here and take Port Blair. Yeah. You have 7 movement. So you can come here. Drop off your artillery. And you can skip your turn. This paratrooper... I need to have these... planes more over here. I need to kind of be watching the oil fields. I'm gonna send these 2 workers when they're done from Vietnam here over to Borneo, and they can be assigned oil repairmen, because I'm pretty sure that the Allies are going to be spending a lot of bomber raids trying to attack that. Alright, we don't need this many people here, so let me go ahead and spend... these guys, because I'm doing this in preparation for the British fleet, which is somewhere over here. Because we need to do some force projection over here on the island of Borneo and Singapore. The question... Well... We'll see what I can pull off. Yeah, I want you to heal. We got a few Marines and infantry good to go, don't we? Tell you, okay, so let's send these. I'll send this transport over here. And he can skip his turn, and he'll pick up the worker next turn, so we can ship him over to Borneo. Because we're popping out the culture next turn. Skip your turn. Right. This transport, we have 2 turns until this worker is done. Pick up this guy. And move right here. And next turn, hopefully I can come here, drop him off where he can heal, and then come over here to pick up this worker when he's done. So I do need to protect this particular transport. Do I combine these 2 fleets? I suppose I should. What is the range on this guy? Right. Okay, I'm gonna do some recon over the island of Borneo. I also would like to see this city. Okay. There's just a simple garrison still. I'm guessing the same situation for Ketape. No, there's an infantry, artillery, and a garrison here. And another American Devastator. And I'm guessing the British also have a little bit of Air Force over here in Singapore. Yeah, so this city's less defended. What are we looking at? 15 movement. Maybe we can come down here, bomb this city, and come back up here to protect that transport. Garrison here. Okay. Not too bad. Alright, let's hit this city. So I have this. I think I want to keep the medic here to heal this guy faster, and heal this other infantry faster as well. This marine and artillery. Yeah, I sent the other 2 transports on their way already. This other marine and artillery. I'm gonna march down, and we're gonna be able to take this city quickly. Yeah, if we're already at 93%, we can hit them again with another naval round next turn. Yeah. So we'll take a little bit of damage in the jungle. That's okay. I think it's better than another amphibious landing. So here we go. Let's come on. Oh, crap. I think that's okay, actually. It's just this one battleship. I didn't realize this only has 18 movement. These guys will come protect this transport. I still have a couple of interceptors here. So, sorry, I shouldn't click that. But yeah, so I have 2 Strength 7 interceptors, and then a 0 who's also half health at Strength 7. We also have this guy. He's healing at 7.9. Yeah, I'd rather you heal. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, yeah, this destroyer, I just want him to come out here, make the rounds. Looking for any submarines that are lurking in the waters. Oops. I ran out of movement. Alright. I'll skip your turn. This workboat, yeah, let's get this. We only have one source of whale, so yeah, let's get this whale first, because that also gives a hammer. Boom. Another merchant ship over here. Let's get that fish. Boom. Alright, so there's just one more fishing boat we need to train. After that one American submarine snuck by somehow, but we got that submarine. But this is definitely where most of our sea resources are. Where is the American fleet? Submarines, anything? Alright. Oh, we have another fishing boat. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's come get this clam next turn. And I guess that's all the fishing boats I need to do. Okay. Any other movement I want to do? Yeah, you're protecting that transport. You're sitting here. Random destroyer here. I'm pretty sure the American fleet is not anywhere near here. So you're good to heal. And this destroyer, I'll come down here. I think I want to get this paratrooper somehow over here to Rabaul. And then we can have some fun with that, with some paratroopers over here. So this turn, I'm gonna like... I don't know if there's an enemy fleet nearby that's gonna threaten my transport here. But let me at least put a couple destroyers and a couple cruisers over here. That should be fine, because I don't think there's any threat to them. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun dropping off paratroopers here, landing over here in New Guinea. Yeah. Alright. Over here. So I know the Americans have fighters over here causing nuisance. Of course, we do still have plenty of artillery. That's not great. Most of their units are hurt already. We just did some massive collateral damage. Yeah, I would love to do some recon, because I don't want to necessarily throw a bombing raid or two over this city, but I think I'm going to. Just because. If I get shot down, I get shot down. Famous last words, right? So let's do that. Cross your fingers, please. Alright, we did not get intercepted. So either we got super lucky, 12%, or there's no fighters over here to intercept us. Let's hit them again a couple more times. Nice. We're still only looking at 34%. That's unfortunate. Because he's definitely going to heal up to 14 with all his units again. Do we not have enough collateral damage? I guess we could do another round of artillery. In addition to the bombers. Right? Okay. I'm gonna have him heal. He needs to heal. A couple more artillery here. Alright. So over here... I need to get a garrison over here, don't I? Yeah, let's get a garrison over here to Fuchao. I'll just have him walk over here, I guess. Yeah. Well, he's the medic for this guy. I don't know. I'll bring over another couple garrisons. I think we have a few garrisons sitting in Tokyo. I could send out. And a couple transports here. So let's send these guys over here. Garrison. Yeah, let's pick up this garrison and artillery. We just don't have enough movement. I guess that's what I get for going to the city instead of going right here, isn't it? I guess the question is, how much do I trust the waters around China to be safe from? No, you know what? I'll just get my turn here. I don't want to risk losing transports to a random submarine. So skip your turn. 2 artillery units. Yeah, let's march on. Well, who's good here? 2 guys need healing. I think all the rest of these guys can start marching towards Changsha. Yeah, let's do that. These 2 artilleries. Let's see. I think next turn I'll have them come here along with this stack here, so we can all have our big stack right here. So I'll skip your turn here. I do want to continue healing you, but also... No, I'll heal you one more turn. Next turn I'll hit the units with the artillery and another round of bombers, and that should be good to... That should be good to hopefully... Probably not take the city, but kill a lot of their units. So yeah, you can heal. You can heal. So random how I have Marines with amphibious here. I need my Marines over on the Pacific front. They're kind of mixed in here. I think I'll send some people from Wuhan once I march this group here. Can I... This city, there's like no one defending this city. For very few people. But we do... Not you. But I think all these guys, yeah, we can move right here. And you can just heal. Yeah, so hopefully this city will fall relatively soon. We're gonna have 6 artillery pieces hitting it, so within a couple turns it should fall. I think everyone else here kind of want you to just hang tight, heal. Yeah. I'm gonna move a flak here. Right. Yeah, Yeah, everyone hit in this city can just hang tight. Fortify. Garrison with medic here. I want to kind of, if I can, get, because I don't think I have a single medic in all this group, which is poor planning on my part. So let me pull off a garrison here. Send them up here to the Chinese Communist front. That's right, I want to put a watermill here. I was like, what are you doing here? Yeah, watermill would be good. We don't need more food. In fact, I might tear down a farm, now that I think about it, because we're approaching the happiness cap. And I need to get the fur back up. Yeah, so watermill. And yeah, we'll get a mine and then a road to right here. Alright. So we have a cruiser. We have two cruisers and a battleship good to go. I do want to embed you in a fleet somewhere. I guess over here. I could hit here, couldn't I? Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, okay, let's see. Who knows? If I can prevent some of them from healing fully, that's a win in my book. Of course, we still can't attack them meaningfully. Oh, this is hard. Too many units on that tile. Maybe it was a mistake to attack that city, I don't know. I want you to continue... I'll tell you what. I don't think we need this 0 here anymore. I'm going to move this 0 here to Tarakan. Help provide air support over Borneo. This bomber, because this guy's a fighter as well. This bomber, I think I'm going to move you to China. Yeah, move you to China. Random Anchorage submarine. He's like the only submarine survivor I have left anywhere near the enemy. We're just going to make our way over here. We're going to focus on these islands until we take them. Dutch Harbor. Yeah, so we got 2 submarines over here. I think, did I say Juneau was unoccupied? Yeah, so that's interesting. Not that I'm about to make a jump for Juneau. And there's like 1 GI in Anchorage. So Alaska's pretty unguarded. I'm going to stay just over here. Where are you? I want you to come do some recon on over here. I don't think I've looked at that city yet. Unoccupied, good, noted. Skip your turn here. And you... I'm pretty sure both these islands are undefended, because they're way out here as far as I'm concerned. Let's come... right here. Random destroyer here. Along with a marine. Forgot about this marine. The thing is, I think I have paratroopers on the job of taking these cities over already. So I don't know if I want to have these transports get more involved over here. Because this is a lot more east than I'd rather them be. I think I'd rather have this marine come join the fight over here to take over the Dutch East Indies. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe next turn I could actually end up taking this city if I use this marine. So let me do that actually. Because there's one guy here. if I hit them with enough bombardment, I'm pretty sure I can take this city next turn. And I did not need to move these units up at all anyways. So let's move here. This transport, I think we can pick up a garrison from here. I'm going to pick up a garrison from here. I kind of hate how there's an infantry unit here. This, I need them in the front somewhere. No, I'm going to pick up a garrison from here and drop them off in Davos so we can help heal this Japanese infantry. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, come here. And you can just come here. All right, one cruiser. Those darn bombers. Where do I send my cruiser? I want to embed them over here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Another destroyer. These guys... Yeah, they have crazy long range. Not quite enough to reach the Chinese city, but almost. These guys are kind of too far south for me to want to... You know what I could do? This Marine, I could instead have him capture Makassar. And I could have these guys move ahead like I had originally planned. And I can use... Yeah. Let me do that, actually. We have the bombers out here. Let's do it. What do the British have in Singapore? I hate not knowing. I guess I gotta do a recon, don't I? Yeah, they have 2 interceptors up. Couple flaks. Not too much in this other city. Once I choose to dedicate my navy to bombarding it, like, it really doesn't stand a chance. I just have to be careful about all these fighters. They both have range of 6. That's actually not too much. Bristol Blenheim. I'm guessing that's a bomber. That's a bomber. So their fighters only have a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm guessing they can hit here. They can defend here. So I don't want to hit this city with my bombers, but I can hit this city. Let's do that. And all the other guys. Like, I don't need to excessively hit this garrison, this city, don't I? But there's nowhere else I can really hit because the British have fighters everywhere. Yeah, I'll hit it. I'll just hit their defenses, just so I can make sure I take this city in 2 turns. So let me do that. That'll be plenty. This bomber. Do we have a little bit more movement? 1, 2, 3. That's not enough to see right there. Damn it. He's got 22 movement. Okay, you know what? 1, 2. No, not you. Who's out of movement? Someone has 1 movement left. One of those cruisers that just pulled in. Yeah, this guy. So if you have 15 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's come over here, bombard Makassar, and then come back to protect that transport. Boom, boom, boom. So went from 60% defense down to 7. Let's hit it one more time just so we can make sure we take that city next turn. Nice. Yeah, right here. Alright, so next turn, this Marine is going to come take Makassar. We're going to move here, and then the following turn after next turn, we're going to take this city. Oops, not that. As for this destroyer, yeah, like the other, I want to embed him over here somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. Barracks here. Okay. Not too many river tiles. I don't want to make a levy. But I do want to make some Japanese infantry or something. Probably put a mine here. I need to watch my food because I'm nearing the happiness and health cap. Merchant ship. We're good on more merchant ships. I want you to keep training garrisons so we can airdrop them around the world in our newly conquered cities. We're still waiting on oil. I hate to say that, but we are. We sure are. Train some infantry. Build wealth here. Build wealth here. We captured a lot of cities this turn, didn't we? Yeah, culture here for, I think... yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Wealth, I guess that's fine. I don't know. These cities aren't good for too much. Yeah, not a bad turn. I was actually happy with how many random cities we managed to take over. Still on the lookout for the American fleet, wherever you may be. We're training more corporate executives next turn. Tokyo isn't happy by 1. I gotta fix that. I hate losing out on another engineer because of my anger. Because I lost that fur. That was my one source of fur. Kind of unbelievable. Alright. Yeah, just you wait till I get oil allies, and I'm training enough zeros to shoot down your entire air force. Yeah, I hate looking around and seeing all these resources not improved. Yeah, my corporations are starving. 1 hammer, 1 commerce, that's not gonna cut it. At least I'm getting a decent amount of, coal. I have 6 coal, that's not bad. Yeah, okay. Good turn. That's right, I'm moving a garrison here to fruit chat next turn. Yeah, okay, so things are developing. I'm moving into China in 2 different fronts, Changsha and hopefully the Chinese Communists soon. Moving quickly to take over the island of Borneo. I finally conquered the Philippines and taken a bunch of other random spots over here in the Pacific. Alright. I think that's it for my turn. You have 8 movement, so you can actually get here. Why do you have 1 more movement? Why does this guy not have navigation? But this guy does. Okay. You know what? Whatever. I'm not going to question it. Yeah. And just on the off chance there's an American submarine, I'm just playing it safe and sorry. And we're still building railroads on these mines, giving us an additional hammer, which, as you know, adds up, especially with factories and power and all that. Yeah. Okay. I was happy with this turn. Very happy. They're knowing the might of the Japanese Empire. And we are, hopefully soon controlling some oil. I don't think we need to make wealth here. This is... yeah, there's no hammers over here. This is pretty much just going to be a wealth city. Yeah. Do we have a great person coming out soon? in 1 turn. Oh, wait, no, that's 1. In 2 turns in Tokyo. Okay. Probably an engineer, but might get something else. And I think it's pretty obvious to me that we're only going to be using our great people for golden ages, because that's going to be a huge boom of production and commerce, and nothing else can really come close to the power of a golden age. Settling it, bulbing a technology, yeah. I do have the 25% espionage in all cities. Like, I feel like... But, for example, if I wanted to see what's going on in the British city of Darwin... Not even investigate city, just city visibility is almost 24,000 espionage points, and I'm only getting 370 a turn. So I just... Like, if I ran 30% espionage for, you know, 24 turns, and I could get it. I'm pretty sure the way espionage works, it's 117% cost, because they have more espionage into me than I into them. So if I were to narrow that ratio, I think, yeah, okay, so I'm actually... I think I should be having espionage at least at 10% to take advantage of this beautiful modifier, plus 25%. Might as well take advantage of that. So at least every city will be taking advantage of that modifier, even if they don't have jails or anything. And we're still on track to get amphibious operations in 4 turns. So I'll maintain, I think, this level for the next 4 turns. And of course, our friendly vassal. Yeah. We don't have... I'm going to ask him for ivory. Because we don't have ivory, and we are unhappy in Tokyo. So yeah, I can give you stone and cow. Sure. Nice. Okay, so that should make Tokyo happy. We solved our happiness problem. But of course I still want to get that fur happy again. Maybe I'll trade for this when I get amphibious operations. Okay. Good turn. Thank you guys for watching late February of 1942. We are getting... There is a random event that my adversary told me about. I think it's somewhere in between March, he said, and September. I forget the exact months, but it's like a random event that gives the Americans knowledge of the Japanese fleet, and that's kind of meant to recreate the Battle of Midway. So I think there is, you know... a head-on collision coming sometime in the Pacific, sometime in the next few months, but I want to postpone that as long as possible because I'm still conquering all my cities and I haven't even secured oil. Hopefully soon. We're going to be bringing over workers really soon, but yeah. Alright. I think that's everything. I need to get these Marines out of here. I need to get these Marines into the fight. I mean, I do have a decent amount of infantry. Well, decent amount. I've got a few infantry here in Vietnam. I can probably send over to help take another attack at Singapore when my navy's ready. So maybe in a few turns. But I think that's it for late February of 1942. Thank you guys for watching this round. Hope you enjoyed. Boom. Alright, so I will be sending that right along to Franklin Roosevelt. Okay, thank you guys again, and take care. Stick around for the next one. Bye-bye.